the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I'm your host, Chawanne Burns. In today's video, we are going to discuss some underground information that we received about the freak-off parties, Sean Diddy Combs' freak-off parties. So we'll discuss that. We found the video online where a woman was claiming to attended one of these freak off parties, and she saw some wild and crazy things at this particular party. So we'll get into the detail about this her encounter, or alleged encounter. We got to say allegedly. Also, we're going to talk about President Barack Obama. Barack Obama came out and he kind of scolded all black men for not actually supporting Kamala Harris in her presidency campaign. And actually, I want to get the audience opinion. Does he have the right to do this? I believe the Democrats are kind of panicking because of the lost support. And, some statistics came out that Kamala Harris, she doesn't have black men or black women support as much as Joe Biden at the same time of their campaign. Okay, so we'll discuss that more into detail. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up our super producer.
Oh,
I get some claps and I didn't get nothing. It was dead silent when I came up here. I need some claps, some cheers, or something. Like, how you gonna get some claps? You be just doing me both.
No.
Producer, what's going on with that?
Because you trying to come out here, I'll dress me, I'll make up me. No, I'm finna get everything I can get because I'm not having that. But yeah, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Toy Mafia. Like I said, man,
Toy
when
Mafia
I see
in the building.
you, man, I know it's time to go. And good evening from New Zealand. This is our first New Zealand. We're gonna have to start on the runaround. We're gonna have to include y'all.
We got to pull up some crazy stories from New Zealand now.
Listen, let me look
because it's going down in New Zealand.
Yeah, let me look at this profile picture, because let me tell you what, it's some fine men in New Zealand. Okay. I feel like crying. Okay. It's some fine men in New Zealand. And listen, we late this morning because of me, y'all. Because listen, I was up till 3 a.m. with the bestie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Good morning, bestie. If you watching, I love you so much.
What was y'all doing? Y'all was painting the town red, or y'all was up there gossiping?
Don't worry about we was working. We was working. But I love my bestie. Good morning, bestie. I love you. Even though you get on my nerves sometimes. But yeah, so I need another day, like I said, in between Sunday and Monday. Friday will be okay with me.
Yeah.
Because this morning came so fast, y'all. My phone was in airplane mode. So if Chawanne called me, baby, I was gone.
You was knocked out.
Let me see. Get into the eyewear. Let's get
those glasses are hitting.
Okay, listen. You can't do nothing with
it. Baby.
Okay, listen, I am going to promote these.
Yeah, those are sharp.
These are Ken Lawrence.
Okay.
Ken Lawrence from Project Runway. These are his glasses. Go get them. Listen, baby,
Those look nice.
you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
those are nice. Those are nice.
okay. Good morning to you, Carrington.
Carrollton
Good morning.
Hollister, good to
Good
see you.
morning, worldwide collaborations. Love me some worldwide
Worldwide,
collaborations. Is this
worldwide.
Aurora, Colorado?
Or they eating the cats, they eating the dogs. Aurora, Colorado.
A- abs-
I'm just saying
abs-
that's what Donald Trump was saying.
Absolutely not. We
That-
not doing that.
that's what
Absolutely not. I
Donald
was in the
Trump.
middle of making my YouTube video when this notification popped up. What?
Okay.
Carrington, you got a YouTube. Tell us
Car-
about it in the
yeah,
comments so we can shout
Carrington,
you out.
drop your link.
Thank you for
Mm,
popping in.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, y'all get in these comments, say good morning. As usual, we gonna say good morning back because we're not that bougie. We bougetto over here.
We
Okay, we're
bougie.
bougetto.
Bougie.
Okay, so you
Okay.
will see. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, so this particular video that we are going to show, I came across this video when it came across, right? I watched a little bit of it.
Okay.
But then I was like, "Oh, no, I'm not gonna watch too much because I want to be a little blind reaction,
Reaction. Mm-hmm.
because, baby, when I go back and watch myself and see some of these looks, I be like,
Girl, when I watched it, I had it playing on my phone, and my husband was like, "Who's that talking?" He had to turn the TV down to listen to what I was listening to because he couldn't
okay,
believe what we
because
was hearing.
it was interesting.
He couldn't
Now,
believe what he was hearing. Yeah.
not only was what she's saying and
Mm-hmm.
how she was saying it interesting,
Mm-hmm.
how she was dressed
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
interesting for me as well. I'm
Very.
sitting, it comes across my screen, I'm sitting in my, lounge chair, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh," little commercial plays before she pops on, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Did did I tap a OnlyFans?" 'Cause, sometimes they be having sponsors. Was that the sponsor
Right.
before
Right.
this
Right.
came
Right.
out? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we gonna discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that she does confirm something that I told y'all when we first talked about this, okay? And when
Mm-hmm.
she do, I'm gonna stop the video
Okay.
so that I can say, "Didn't I tell y'all? I told you."
Yeah, I
Now Imma
told
be
you.
like a mama with, "Don't you ask me nothing when we get in the store." Okay? 'Cause you
Okay.
heard it right here. Super producer said
You
it,
heard it first.
okay? We
Right
said it
here
first.
on
We said it. We said
unpopular
it right
opinion.
here on Unpopular Opinion. We said it.
We making
What you say
predictions
about
out
this?
here.
Okay? We said it. So, continue to watch us on your
Mhm.
drive to work, drinking
Mhm.
your morning coffee,
Yeah.
making your YouTube videos. Come on now.
Yeah, I
Come on,
got my
YouTube
morning coffee.
videos.
I don't want to show the label. We ain't promoting there. But
Uh,
this my morning coffee. Mhm.
is it coffee?
Yes, girl.
'Cause you already been
Bad.
saying some crazy things.
Girl, that's what I'm telling
'Cause
you.
you already been saying some crazy
I,
things.
I I really don't need coffee. This is
You know
actually decaffeinated coffee.
you know how
Cause
y'all
I'm
Republicans
always
are.
turned up.
You know how y'all Republicans are.
I'm
Okay, is
always
it
turned up.
coffee?
I'm always ready.
Yeah, is
I'm
it coffee?
about that life.
Yeah, okay, 'cause y'all always getting pulled over or like this in a car. So I'm
Mm-mm.
checking. But anywho, good morning to you all. We about to get into it. So
Yeah, start that roll it.
okay. So the title of the video was My Night at P. Diddy's Freak Off. And the girl's name, I believe, is Tania.
Tania.
And this YouTube channel, shout out to this YouTube channel. They do loads of documentaries. You should subscribe. Soft White Underbelly.
Mhm.
Some very interesting things. Go there, subscribe. I promise you, you will not regret it. And come back and thank me later.
Mhm.
What up, Anthony Hood? We're
What
about to
up,
get
though?
into our first part of
Mhm.
our discussion today, which is this inside eyewitness, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Let's see what she's saying. Woof. I'm a little scared.
I met through a friend,
Right.
and you were doing this interview, and you mentioned something about
I accidentally mentioned it too. Like it slipped out
But P. Diddy,
about P. Diddy.
you went to one of his parties.
Yeah. Crazy party.
And he's in the news now because of all the scandal.
And they didn't believe me. But when it started coming out, people.
First of all, y'all know I'm silly, right? What is she straightening? When she's straight, what?
She
I mean,
got on a Band-Aid.
okay, girl, all the fabric you get. I don't
Got on
care
a
how many times you
Band-Aid.
pull it, it's nothing else going to appear. What we doing? Like,
She got
if
a
I was
Band-Aid.
filming this, I would be doing the, you know how you see something and you in shot, you turn around and you like, I know she just did not. I know he didn't. That's how I felt when she did that.
And she tattooed up. She even got a tattoo on her neck.
I don't mind that. I'm just trying to find out. You got this, you know them Band-Aids, they got the two things on the end, the big ones that wrap
Oh
around.
yeah, that wrap around your finger.
She got that on.
She got that on, yeah.
And trying to pull it where? I don't know. Okay. I got distracted. I'm sorry.
People were like mentioning me, like, you were telling the truth about it. And I'm like, duh, I'm not gonna lie about something like that. And I kind of like tried to briefly talk about it because I knew it wasn't gonna seem true because it was just too much. It was too
crazy.
many. It was too crazy. People were gonna think that I was just lying. It had like a lot of people involved, celebrities and stuff. So I was trying to be real vague about it. But that party traumatized me.
How did you get invited to it?
By being with a prince that I met in LA. He lived in Glendale, California.
She said by being with the who?
A prince.
We ain't talking about the Disney cartoon Prince of Egypt.
No, I think she's talking about an Arabian prince.
Oh, I said, go check it. Go check it. I think it was the very first time we talked about this. I said, nope, I think there's some prince involved because those people overseas, they are enamored with American celebrities. And they love to come over here and go to party. Yeah, just P. Diddy. Yes, you know P. Diddy. I went to P. Diddy party. Yes, man, crazy party. Crazy party. Crazy party. Those Americans people.
Those Americans.
Crazy party. I'm telling you.
I only not only think they're enamored by I guess the Hollywood culture, but I think they came over to exploit our woman. And that's my own personal opinion. They want to exploit women's booty holes.
I want to holler.
I'm just saying. So if you know any, and I always look side eye. Like I don't know if you remember, like a couple of years ago, it was a whole thing that a story broke where females were going over, like these Instagram models were going over to Dubai, and they were paying them 50, 100, 150,000 to go over there, get essayed. They run trains on you, and they exploit your booty hole.
Who is doing? You know what? Every time you Republicans speak,
I'm just saying. You guys put it in chat. Let me know if you heard those stories before. That's why I look, black women or young black women and young white women that's saying, "Oh, I'm going to Dubai." Yeah, you getting your booty hole exploited.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling the truth. They getting their booty hole ran through.
Also put in the comments if you're not surprised that a Republican knows this information. Because I ain't never heard this from a Democrat at all.
Because y'all with the nonsense.
You a lie. Because ain't nobody saying nothing about this.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. Did I rebuke you? I rebuke you.
Just roll the tape. Just roll
Oh no, we finna talk about this for 1 second.
I'm
Okay,
just saying, you
so
ain't never heard that before?
I'm a Democrat, first of all.
And
Well,
that don't have nothing to do with
not really.
Democrats or
I'm
Republicans.
actually independent, but I will be
Okay.
voting Democrat this election
Okay.
as to not split the votes.
Okay.
But n- now, this is what I do know. We're not gonna talk about what Chawanne knows because that's the Republican thing, definitely.
I don't
But
think it's a Republican thing. I think it's
child, this is what
just
I do know.
a
I
cultural
do
thing.
know that we go over there to okay, Carrington. You see Carrington? Carrington, I'm gonna leave this up here for a minute because
Carrington is here for
she
the
needs to see
latest
that
news.
she needs to see that
Carrington
this
said,
is
I can't deal.
unacceptable. Okay, absolutely not. At no 9:30 in the mornings, we're gonna be in anybody's booty hole. Not at that time. Okay.
I'm just
But
saying.
this is what I do know. I do know that a lot of people go over there to make business connections, to
Okay.
get investors in their business over here. There's a lot of American businesses that go over there and do construction and engineer work and all of those things. Now, I do know that. And I do know that they are silent partners in lots of businesses over here. And that's because they have money. Now, all that other underground underbelly, I think we need to put you up here for a documentary with these people because I have no idea. I had no idea that was going on. Maybe
So can you tell me now, why would a woman go over to Dubai? And we know it's expensive. This is an expensive vacation. This is not like, oh, I'm going to the Bahamas or Jamaica. It's far more expensive than that. So why would a woman go over there?
absolutely not, Q. Do not encourage this nonsense.
Thank
Absolutely
you,
not.
Q. Thank you, Q. I'm telling you, it's an underground thing that
Absolutely.
OF fans go over there. As a matter of fact, I just had my coffee. I can't even enjoy my
Okay.
Caribbean
Absolutely not. Right, parenting?
carrots,
Absolutely
and
not.
as soon as you turn on unpopular opinion, ain't gonna be no pace. Ain't no peace. This is the unpopular opinion.
Tell her show
We
that cup again.
here
I told
for
her.
a mess. We here for the mess.
Tell her show that her cup again. I asked her, was that just coffee in the cup? Okay,
Yeah, and
Karen,
that Q is right. He's just said he heard about it a few years ago.
please. I feel like she's drinking violence this morning. She is drinking
Stop
violence
it.
this morning, and I have
Stop
no
it.
idea. I was not given the memo or the heads up, or
Oh
I
my
would have had my
goodness.
cup of violence too. But
Oh my
anyway,
goodness.
okay,
Okay.
well,
Okay.
like I said, the views and opinions expressed on this platform are that of Chawanne Burns and Q out of the DFW. Okay, because super producer definitely don't know and about none of that and don't want to know.
Well,
Back
look
to
at
the
her.
video.
Look at this lady.
Oh, yeah. Let's not even talk about this lady with a bathing suit on for an interview. That's insane right there.
California. And long story short, I got out of this crazy little contract and I was looking for somebody to invest in me. And I knew somebody who knew somebody that was like, I want to introduce you to a prince. He know a lot of celebrities, producers and stuff. So I never put two and two together that this prince knew P. Diddy as
And you
the
say a
producer.
prince of what?
He was a Arabian prince.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And he really was a prince for real. But I wasn't worried about him being a prince. I was worried about who he actually knew. So when he invited me to, he met me, he said, I want to invite you tomorrow to Music Ultra Week, whatever. And it's like an event, Ultra Music Week. It's like an event for like 2 weeks where people party, including P. Diddy. And they party at Club Live. They party at like just in South Beach, Star Island, like where P. Diddy stays or throw his freak offs at. And I never knew that we were going to go there because I was there for 2 weeks and I knew it was something fishy. He kept saying, I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you. I'm like, but I'm only supposed to stay for 2 weeks and I'm here longer than 2 weeks.
You know, I'm never gonna miss a joke. I'm sure something fishy in that room right now.
Stop it. Stop it. This
Okay.
is a
I'm sure
nice
that
young
there's
lady.
something fishy going on in that room right now. How
Thank you,
you
Minion with the opinion. Hey y'all, oh yeah, I heard. Pull that Minion with the opinion. I heard they going out there to get bootied on, pooped on.
Minion?
They've been going out there. They get
Absolute
pooped
Minion,
on.
rewind this video back from the beginning and please judge yourself accordingly. Don't you come in here with that mess. Don't you come in here promoting that stuff with Chawanne this morning.
I'm telling
Okay.
you, you can't hide
Garrett
from the
said now
facts.
the Arabian Prince is involved. What the hell is going on? Carrington, go drink your coffee and come back. You ain't gonna get no peace. You ain't gonna get
Diddy
no
got
peace.
everybody.
You're not gonna
Got
get no peace watching this
politicians,
video. Okay.
Prince, dignitaries.
Okay.
Like,
Good morning,
P. Diddy.
Shanita. Is she advertiser? I'm sorry. She's a witness or willing participant. Okay, girl. I told
She
you.
said hella fishy.
Okay, I told you. I told you. Okay. Her story and her assets. Yep, that's
Yep, that's true.
child. Listen, I'm not gonna miss a chance for a joke. That was too.
I'm not gonna judge her by how she's dressed or the way she looks.
And
She's a nice young lady.
and you know, she's probably is. The prince probably is shaking his head right now, saying, very good, very good.
Very good.
I recommend. I recommend.
I recommend.
And it was almost a month. It was basically a month by then. And he was like, no, because I just want you to meet one special person. So he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really?
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things.
I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy and I'm like, his house for what? Like to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went from Club Live. It ended at like, the clubs end at like 3 or 4 and not 2 like how out here is. So we waited around the mansion, the Prince's mansion, for about an hour. And then soon as 6:30 hit, we went. We all got in the car, like a big Uber. And me and all the other girls. Now, mind you, I'm the only black girl. So,
first of all, not the receipts in the middle of her talking.
Yeah, she
Okay,
got the
this is why I watch the underbelly. This is why they do stuff like this. They come with the receipts. Okay, but she said, "What I'm gonna do? Sing for him? Absolutely, on every mic in the room."
You're so you going to hell.
Okay, I'm just. Listen,
every
I want
mic
to see
in the
my
room.
face when I say this.
Stop it.
I hope this video reaches you, young lady. The next time somebody asks you to go see some, and you say, "What you want to say?" Yes, absolutely, on every mic in the room. Okay. Whew, my God. Today, let's go back to the receipts.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to meet P. Diddy. Oh, like, I'm probably going to have to sing for him. Da, da, da. And I just tried to, like, keep my composure. So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there.
So it wasn't weird that you was going to P. Diddy's house and not the studio. And it wasn't weird.
Well, I can't say that wasn't weird because a lot of times these producers will have a studio in their home. So I can't say, and I can't knock her for going to the party because it was a group of them.
Well,
so I
first of
could
all,
see her.
you in the car with other women, you say you're the only black one, and that's not weird, and y'all going to see a black That is that what we doing?
Well, it's see P Diddy. He produced a lot of people. Even Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga has a horrible. She doesn't say his name, but a horrible encounter with
I,
Puff Daddy.
listen,
So,
I'm just
and look at
pointing out.
Justin Bieber too.
I'm just pointing out red flags. I don't care what kind of excuse you try to give, but you said
hmm
you attached yourself to the prince because of who he knew.
hmm hmm
I don't know attach in what way. We're gonna leave that out there.
Maybe she thought
But
he was like really into her too.
but at the same time, okay. I'm trying to get a record deal. Take me. I did what I'm thinking. Now this must be the crazy super producer. I'm thinking take me to the office building. Don't 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 take me to
Well, that's your older self. Younger
apart.
younger
That's my
self probably, hey, my wide-eyed, bushy tail,
no. That was my
y-
younger self too. Because yeah, no.
yeah, well, you had a dad that was in,
That's true.
so
Now you didn't lie there, but
so
okay, girl. I'm just
but
child.
I'm not going to knock her for wanting to be like, "Oh yeah, a Diddy party, it might be fun." And then I get a chance to meet this guy, because she said she was looking for somebody to invest in her. Don't know what that means, but okay.
I think I've watched Cops, like the Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Um, and every time I see them doing the stings with the Johns, the streetwalkers are saying they are looking for somebody to invest in them. I'm just saying that's what they
Oh,
say.
that's the streetwalker thing.
Yeah, like they
Okay.
just saying. The policeman say, "What you doing out here?" They say, "Oh, I'm just looking for somebody to invest in me." What?
That's mean they looking for a client.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
back to the video, child. I'm just allegedly. All of this is alleged.
It's he can get in trouble like right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we walk out. So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures. I still got everything in my snap too, like of the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house because
We know who that
the freak
is.
off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool and they're playing loud house music.
Did y'all see
Like
the pictures?
Mark,
That's all I want.
the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already.
The back
And they're in the
we
pool skinny
eating
dipping.
already.
And they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my.
See, listen, let me tell y'all something. Excuse my language, but
She said there was a photo booth.
once
A
y'all,
photo booth.
yeah, but how did she get to keep the pictures? Your phone locked up, so obviously did not let people take, things out of the party.
No, the photo booth is like, you go in and you take a picture of whoever's in the booth.
Yeah, but if they're
They
not
don't have a problem with that. That's why they lock your pictures up, because the pictures are not allowed to take pictures
your
inside
phone,
the mansion. Yeah.
your phone. So
Yeah.
you saying that they're gonna give you these pictures from the photo booth? That's perfectly
But the
fine.
pictures are not incriminating. What's wrong with the pictures?
You
They're
didn't
not
think that she was
incriminating.
incriminating? The
No, they
posing?
wasn't doing
You
nothing.
didn't
They
think
were
none of
just
the poses
posing.
was that's how you pose and go into these Republican parties? And that's what you were?
If
That's what I
you're in
thought. Okay.
Miami,
That's what I thought.
come on now. If you're in
That's what I thought.
Miami and you're young,
That's what I
you're
thought.
gonna have that on. What she had on, that's probably normal wear in Miami.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I said what I said. I said, that's how you posing?
Well, maybe
So,
so. If you listen to the story, that's why they picked her.
man, if I'm here for an audition with Diddy, get me the Diddy.
It's
I
not an
ain't going through all
audition. He
this.
told her it was a party. He told her it was a party.
Hmm.
So, but she's still hoping and dreaming like she would get a chance to meet him, like an
I don't think she
introduction.
was hoping and dreaming none of that. I think she knew exactly what was going on. But
I don't
anyway,
think. Well, I listened to the all the stories, so you'll
My hand.
you know
So
keep on
one of the
going.
sons
what?
seen me walking. Mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was
Wait.
walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was like, no, only you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm holding the shoes. I'm walking around. You know, I'm a good loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they said my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling. But we tripping out, looking at everybody like they off everything smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say. So that we could see and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like, girl, do you see him? She's like, yes. But mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious, like, I'm the king of the world, jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit. But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh yeah, you're the one that, you know, I seen was telling me about the Prince. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like your life is not gonna be the same. Da 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 da. We started talking about going to Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with us? I'm like, what? And that's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. And I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me, like, go in that house. I'm like, okay. And then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever. And he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to be in the middle of there, whatever. So that's what made me go into the house.
Okay, first, let credibility. What you thinking at 9 minutes and 27 seconds about her credibility?
I think she's very credible, actually. I think, and she's getting more credible because I think she didn't mention the son's name. She's talking about King Combs. He's obnoxious, just like his damn daddy. And she's talking about Carisha, the girlfriend. And she is, she hovers over Diddy. She's there for the mess, but that's who she's speaking of. I don't know. Did we get to the part where she said what year it happened?
No, we're about to go now. I just
Okay.
wanted to see how you felt about the
Yeah, I
credibility.
think she's very credible.
Because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I tell my friend, like, wait right here, girl, let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
Thank
With
you.
all the money I saved,
Definitely
thought I'd
need
buy
to
stilts.
sleep.
Hi, honey.
Okay.
Walk up in there. I don't judge people because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to
This
be
is wild right here.
incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not going to say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed
Children.
up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why would they be at this party at 7:00 in the morning with grown people? Like why would they be here? So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, but then when I'm looking in this corner, this person laid out, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Then I'm seeing like Instagram models or whatever. I'm like, oh hey, so I'm kind of getting distracted, feeling like kind of comfortable. Like she's here. Oh my gosh, she's here. And then I see P. Diddy, you know, walking through the house like with his eyes on me, like, you know, like, is this, you know, you see, like, are you agreeing with this? And I don't. Now, mind you, I still got my friend out there. So I walked out of the house and I'm telling her, like, oh my God, bitch. Like, this is, oh my God, she like for real? But I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. Like, oh, well, like, this nigga's weird. Like, you know? So I'm really looking at the situation like, I don't even want to be involved in this type of stuff because once I see something, I can't get it out of my mind. And I'm like a hypochondriac. Like, I keep on having flashbacks about it. So whatever. So, of course, I come out. And then here he goes again. And another rapper, well-known rapper, comes and starts feeling on me like, hey, you. So now it just seems like everybody is faded at this point. They're either drunk or on all the drugs, obviously, with this house music. So now I just feel like trapped in. Like, I don't like it. And I know the devil when I see it. Because by me being so spiritual and tapped in, I know when something is not right. I'm not judging, but I just don't want to be a part of it because how am I going to get out of this shit? Like, I'm already here. And then I heard conversations or whatever. And then P. Diddy was like, that's the one that I want. I want her. So now I feel like, you know, they plotting on me. Like, did you bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the, you know, producer you was talking about? And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network for the music week. But then I put two and two together, like, the Prince have been saying your life is never going to be the same. You're going to be happy. Somebody's expecting you. And I just feel like that was the time that I was going to get sex trafficked or, you know, drugged or something like that. And then they kept trying to make me, like, I've been around celebrities before. If a rapper wants you or somebody wants you, they're not going to do it. They're going to send somebody else to do it. So if a waitress is coming or another girl or a pretty girl or a guy, they'll sick somebody on you. Like, take this drink, do this, do that. And then you just feel eyes on you, like watching to see if you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. So I already know what time it was. And it's crazy because I had to leave that place. In my last interview, I told you I had to escape. I had to leave from the Prince because he was telling me we was leaving for Cuba the next day. Cuba with who? With P. Diddy or what? Like, this is all crazy. So to see all of this stuff come out, and I escaped by leaving. I had to call the police and everything. I had to leave with the Prince. That's another story. From the Prince, from that house. I didn't leave with the other girls. I had to get my phone unlocked, of course. But like, I had to like catch a taxi, not even an Uber, a taxi to another location. And then I ended up going to the airport and I ended up leaving because I just felt bamboozled. First, I'm getting lied to about how long I'm supposed to stay there. Then you keep talking about I'm supposed to meet this producer, but we're not talking about nothing with music, but you're talking about going to Cuba. We didn't even do what we were supposed to do in Miami, or did we do what we were supposed to do in Miami at this freak off? But because I'm not.
Okay, on a serious note, is this is this the younger generation culture? Is this how they are feeling like they have to get into the industry by getting hooked up? You know, like she said, if they want you, then they send somebody for you. And to me, that's like that's like danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Okay.
Sending somebody for me, for you, telling me to drink something, and then waiting to see if I drink it. Is this what this generation is doing? Are we not protecting this generation? Where is the disconnect?
I think she had the wherewithal not to drink because she said as she entered into the party and that, she visibly saw people were already, high, so I think she was in the streets to know that much. But I don't know if that's a generation thing to say, hey, I'm trying to get in the music industry. I got to do what they say and I got to sleep with people. I don't know. Because we could say that, that was being done in the 90s, in 2000s.
I mean, I absolutely think that it is something that is like a carryover,
Yeah, it's a
because it's like,
carryover.
oh, he knows this person, and they're like, oh, that person is very well connected and they can get you to where you want to be. So, of course, you would want to be in the room with these people, and a lot of them, I don't know if she has any talent because we, haven't heard anything. She said this is her second interview, so I need to go back and find the first one.
Yeah.
But she said, she says that she was there, to get she wanted to audition with them. And I guess she felt some type of way that this is how she was going to have to do it, if that makes sense. If she was ever going to reach where she needed to go.
I didn't get that. I get that she felt like she said, bamboozled. He lied to her.
No, I'm saying the reason why she did it, was she thought that this is how she could, get in.
Well, she didn't sleep
Not
with
meaning
him.
like she was going to this Diddy party and she knew it was gonna happen. No, meaning that she got with the prince because he said he knew Diddy, and she was like, oh, okay, this is my chance to get in front of an industry person.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how she got bamboozled. What I'm saying is this how this generation thinks that they have to do it?
I don't think it's a generational thing.
You
I
don't?
think it's no.
You think it's just like an individual thing?
I think it's an industry thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to get into this industry, these are the things that you got to do. It was even, and I haven't really actually researched this claim, but they call it a boiled egg test. The boiled egg test, I'm going to talk about booties again. They stick a boiled egg in your booty. If it's able to just go in your booty, that means this person is ready for whatever, to get promoted. This is why we have industry plants now that's no talent. No talented people.
Because their booty holes was ready.
Their booty holes was ready, basically. Now, back then, your booty hole ready, but you actually had talent, and nobody ever told them, "Hey, you don't have to do this because you're actually a talented individual." But you got untalented people taking over the industry, and that's, I guess, what we call the industry plants. But
First of all,
this
wait a minute.
individual, she was saved. She actually did not succumb to Diddy's freak off. You hear she called the cops, and that's how she actually was able to get her phone unlocked.
First of all, if my mom is watching this, Mom, I didn't do it. Chawanne is the one that brought up booty holes. I didn't do it. Okay, just click out now, Mom. If you like, click out now, because She talking about boiled eggs in the booth. Mom, click out. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. This is what adults talk about, but I'm sure you didn't want your adult child talking about this
talking about
on
talking
the
about
internet
the boiled
forever.
egg in the booty.
Okay. So, and don't count this to Chawanne, Mom. She's a good friend. Don't, because your mama be like, and I don't want you talking to her no more. Okay, so Mom, don't.
I'm
I
just
don't know.
telling
Just
you what's
don't.
out there.
She's a good friend, Mom. I don't. Don't. Just click out, Mom.
I didn't say I participated in the boiled eggs.
No,
I'm just saying what they
listen,
doing.
you don't know my mama, so I'm gonna make the disclaimer. Click out, Mom. Okay. But wow. I am glad that she was able to escape, the situation, because lots of people, as we see, were not able to escape the situation. So I'm glad that she was able to escape the situation. But I hope that she doesn't put herself in this position again, because somebody that she is connected to somebody she wants to be in front of as far as her talent is concerned.
This young lady, I don't know how old she is, but it seems like she was in the street life and was an aspiring singer. That's what it sounds like, because look how she's dressed.
She
So
was some sort of aspiring entertainer.
yeah.
I don't know how she met the prince, which is interesting, because she doesn't tell the story about how
Maybe
and
that's in that
where.
first interview. Maybe
Yeah, I'm gonna go
yeah,
and find it, and we'll get an up. We'll
do a
circle back.
update.
But it's so many times that people like this test the waters. They got out the first time, or I can do it again. But I gotta take this chance because this might be my only chance. And that's what I'm saying about this generation, is that they feel like they get into these things because they feel like this is my chance. This might be my only chance to connect. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go out. These young kids are braver than I would ever be, because baby, I'm not putting my life in nobody else's hands.
Yeah.
But they do. Wow. Okay. Let's travel on a little bit.
Cooperating with what I see. And I feel like that's what the Illuminati and stuff is about, like a secret society. Like they want to see what you allow, what you cool with, and then next thing you know, boom, take that drink, you're drugged. Take that, you're out of it. Take that pill, because everybody was off something. But you had to be being in that environment like that.
How many people were at this event?
Like hundreds. Even when it was a certain amount outside, but in the house was really crowded. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that it was more people in the house.
And you walked around?
Yeah, I walked around for about 5 minutes. I seen what I need to see. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, sir. Because
are you ready to see your brand on TV? Your competitors will wish they had known about Vibe. With Vibe,
it was like selling your soul at that house. And if you like that, it's nothing to you. But if you're not like that, you're going to feel uncomfortable. And then it's like, at first I used to think P. Diddy was he always talk about team love and all of this stuff. Like he's all about, no, he all about sex, himself. And I know sex because I've dealt with men, Mark. So I know when somebody is trying to lead you on to stuff and sitting back acting like he just this macho man. And he is a charmer though. That's one thing. Like he will charm the fuck out of you. But for me, that's so game tight. I'm like, I know what this is.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
You good.
nothing too. He was like, have you been writing the songs that I seen been telling you to write? Because the Prince wanted me to write out all the songs I ever made in my life. I said, without the beat? He's like, yeah, just start writing songs. So you never know. They'll take my music, drug me, fuck me, do whatever, and just throw me away, basically. Or after you have something on me, when we do the music, you have that on me that this happened, and now I'm blackmailed or some shit like that. So touching all on me at that party, even the rapper who touched all on me, like that rapper was cool. Like I was liking that rapper. But when they were like, hey, you and doing all that, what can I do? All I could do is just say, like, move his hand, like, oh, I'm fine, but, trying to, like, still be cool. But I'm like, why do everybody feel comfortable to just touch on you? Even P. Diddy, like, why I look up and you're right there? And then, like, in my face, like, are you, like, in my house? Like, it's weird. Like, looking at him is like when you're a kid and you're getting in trouble by your parent and you can't look them in their face. And it's like a demon. I'm telling you, like this dark spirit, like he possessing you as he's looking at you, that power, that control. So I'm like, I read The Art of Seduction, motherfucker. I know what you're doing. And you're trying to really seduce me right now.
Not The Art of
And,
Seduction.
oh, take a drink. Oh, no, do this, do that. Go in there. Like it's just not nothing. And I want to know why me go in the house and why not the girl? So now you're picking and choosing. So it's fishy to me. So when all this stuff started coming out, I was like, I knew I was right. I knew it. Like, it ain't no doubt about that. P. Diddy was doing all that. And like I said, I don't judge because I've been around people doing cocaine. But these hard drugs that they was doing and just, I ain't gonna lie, it was orgies and stuff going on. So all of this stuff going on, I'm like, why is people doing stuff all in the open? Like, that's just offending me and assaulting me, period. Because where am I at? I didn't sign up for this. And how can I really get out? So I had to like ease my way on out. It's security, but they not caring about what happens as long as that phone is closed. They damn near don't care if somebody died up in there. Ain't nobody.
Okay, let's talk about this comment that Million with Opinion made. If you have not subscribed to his YouTube channel, he has a YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to Chawanne Burns on YouTube. Chawanne Burns 2.0, which is this channel, Unpopular Opinion, and All in the Queue. Please like this video, share, subscribe, send it to all your friends. Tell them that you listen to us in the morning. Million says, I don't know. I believe her that she went to the party, but I believe she liked being used until she got thrown away. And then she ain't really get anything out of it. So now she's mad. Is this a DJ Vlad situation?
I don't know about all that. The only reason why I say I don't know about that is because it's not like she's suing them or anything.
It's not like she's what?
She's not suing them,
No.
She's just telling her encounter,
No, but she is doing an interview, and I'm sure that she was paid, for her time, for the interview.
But I don't think she had sex with this, at the party either.
That's debatable to me. But I do feel like she was involved with the prince in that way.
I think so. I
and
think
that's
with
why
the prince,
he kind of brought her to the party, because of whatever they had going on.
Yeah, I believe that, but I don't know about, hey, I didn't get my way, now I'm mad, so I'm gonna go on this nationwide tour to.
I think I get, hey, you told me you was gonna link me with P. Diddy. I write songs. I'm trying to get put on, and I get here, and this is what you do. And so, yeah, she would be mad. And this would be a way to get back.
Get back at who though?
I mean,
she only names P. Diddy, And it sounds like her and P Diddy
Well, he's the
wasn't
only one
really.
in the news right now. I'm sure that if the Prince ever get in the news, she gonna be right here doing another interview saying, "Y'all remember the Prince that I was telling y'all about? I told y'all that's him."
I mean, I think that's just a stretch. P Diddy, I guess, if P Diddy actually received something from her, and like she said, the Prince came to her and told her to write down music, and she didn't because she didn't want to feel used. Her music taken.
Mhm.
I do believe she was sexually involved with the Prince. And I do believe the Prince said, "Oh, you a hoe, so we gonna take you to a hoe party." But she thought, being naive, like, "Oh, I'm really about to get my
Now,
music
you
career
can't be
started."
naive sitting here telling me you read The Art of Seduction.
Yeah, but you got to think about, even though you're in this street life, you want something so bad, you're willing to do. Hey, okay, I'll stay another week if you're gonna really introduce me to a major producer to get my career started. I mean, I can't knock her for that.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I knock her for that, but I am telling you that this woman is not unintelligent or naive about this life and about what goes on in it and with it.
I
So
I know
that's why I
she's.
can't.
I'm just
I
saying,
feel like
not
she's credible. Now, do I
okay.
feel like she was at the parties? Yep. Do I feel
So,
like
do you think she actually participated in this party? Because that's the only way I could agree with opinion. Menu
to
with the
me,
opinion.
to me, I feel like she was a willing participant until she wasn't willing with someone that was participating.
Well, okay, so she's a willing participant, but not willing. She was a willing participant with the Prince, but
Right?
she not with all the other dicks.
Yeah, I feel like did you hear what she said about the rapper? Now, she liked the rapper, until he started feeling on her.
Yeah, because she felt disrespected.
No, I feel like she said that because she liked him, but not in that way. Because there's a lot of people that I like, but I wouldn't want to be intimate with them as far as, males are concerned. So that's why I said,
Okay,
you know,
it was she a willing participant at the freak off party? That's the only way
I just
that
told
I
you,
would
I
say,
feel
"Oh,
like
she trying to."
I feel like she was a willing participant until she wasn't willing to participate with some of the participants that were participating. You heard her say about the JUCO, fetish thing, and she wasn't with that. And sometimes when you're in something and you're not with whatever it is, you sober up quick, even if you were drinking. You like,
But she
no,
said
this
she
is
didn't
this is
drink.
not
Did
at
she
all.
all? If you listen to her, she didn't take any drinks. That's why she was able not to participate, because she just
That's
thought.
what she is telling us. But do I believe that portion?
So you don't believe
No.
that? So you believe that she um went to the party, got effed on, ran through, and then left.
Now you adding a whole bunch of stuff that I did not add. Let's recognize a Republican when
No,
we see one. And I
no. You
said that
can't
she
just
got
say
ran through.
Republican though. You gotta you're just trying to say
I didn't say she got
she
ran
was,
through.
just
I
because I
said
was with one man and I'm a hoe for this one man, that don't mean I want all the other men.
okay, and I didn't say that. I said because she have a right to choose. She might have been at this party and she saw, somebody that felt like she wanted to participate. That's her right. That's her right to
But
do. I
you're
didn't say
saying
she
that
got ran
she's.
through. I didn't say any of that.
I hear
I
a
just said that
background.
she was
Is something playing in the background?
mm-mm,
Oh,
not
maybe
over
that's
here.
me.
I just said that she was a willing participant, allegedly or possibly, until she was not willing to participate. That's not a bad thing, Chawanne.
I
That's her
mean,
right.
I
She
just
had a party.
I believe if we're gonna say, hey, this woman is being vindictive and she's mad because she didn't get her way. I just don't believe that because she wasn't participating in nothing. And I'm
That's what you think.
specific.
You think that she wasn't
I'm
participating.
specifically saying the P Diddy party.
Well, you think
Now,
that she
now
wasn't
Prince,
participating,
the
but her
Prince, yeah, we could say that, but P Diddy, I don't think she participated in
first of all,
anything.
let's be clear. Princes don't come over here by themselves. They always come with an entourage. And if somebody's gonna take you to a freak off party
But she didn't know it
where
was a
there's a
freak off
whole bunch of
party. She just
people,
said it was a crazy party that he
no,
said.
this not about her now. This about the
Okay,
prince.
okay.
So this about what the prince thought. So, like I said, these princes don't come over here by themselves. They always come over here with an entourage of people and not necessarily women because they don't bring their women around. I said he had to be thinking in his mind what he knew about you and his encounter amongst in his mansion with the people that's with him. He had
I'm
to
not
think
denying that.
something about
I'm not
you
denying that.
to
I'm
bring
just
you to a freak off party. You didn't have to know about it. It's what he knew about you to even invite
I'm
him
not
in the room.
denying that part either. I'm just saying I'm just going back to what Minion with Opinion said. Pull up his text
Hold on, let me
again.
see if I can go back.
I got it.
You
I
got it?
don't know. I believe her that she went to the party, but I believe she's like being used until she got thrown away and then ain't really get nothing out of it. So now she's mad. Okay. Is she mad? Are you saying she mad at P. Diddy? Because that's something she didn't get used by P. Diddy. She got used
Okay,
by the
and I don't think
prince.
it's
So
for
why
me,
not mention the prince?
I don't think it's P. Diddy. I think it's just mad in general that she didn't get out of the situation what she thought she was gonna get out of the situation. I mean, people are mad sometimes about those things. If me and you are in a friendship and or let's do it this way. If me and you are in a business relationship and you're receiving all of the benefits from this business relationship and I'm not receiving any, I'm going to be mad about that. I'm absolutely going to be mad about that.
I don't. She doesn't strike.
And
She
and
doesn't
wait
strike me
now.
as she like mad. I mean, I just
No,
don't
it's
get like
not
somebody's just, oh, I'm doing this out of spite. It
right. It's
seems
not
like
mad
they're
in
just
that
having a
way.
casual conversation
Right,
about
but it's
her
not mad in that way,
experience.
Shawan, because we always as people in the background, in public, we're gonna be looking one way, but in the background, we're gonna be low key mad, but we're still going to function. We're still going to interact with you. So, it's like that. It's like when we friends, like, I don't feel like she's like heated mad. She's like, okay, I'm mad at the situation and I'm mad that I still didn't even get what I was after all the stuff that I did. This is a regret type of mad. That's what that
See,
is.
I don't even know if it was a regret because I believe that she actually received payment for her services from the prince. They, I believe she slept with the prince. I'm not saying that. I believe she stayed at this man's home for, I think she said 3 to 4 weeks. I believe he paid her for her services as well. But I believe he was trying to give Puff Daddy her. And if you go back to Puff Daddy claims, all the allegations against Puff Daddy on during these freak offs, they drug you, use you up, but they still give you payment.
Well, my question is, why would he feel like he could give P. Diddy her?
Because
Well,
I'm a
it's her
prince.
actions.
That's how arrogant they are. They're
He's in
prince.
America,
Why would
so
you fly over to? I'm a prince. They think very little of us. That's why we have a high population of Arabics in Michigan. You wouldn't dare marry. You being a Black American, they will disown you if you start dating one of theirs. They think very little of you. She's a hoe. I'm gonna treat you like a hoe.
well, should she not be treated like one if she is? This
I
is
I
not
I
her.
do agree.
She feels like she
I do
sacrificed herself and didn't get what she wanted.
I do agree that he treated her like a hoe. I think in their encounter, and I'm pretty sure it's probably in another video, or maybe not, maybe not. But in their encounters, he picked her up as a hoe, and they got to talking, and so she was like, and she probably found out he was a prince. So hey, I do have this music career, and he like, oh, okay, you in music? I want you to meet I got a special surprise for you. And he was literally trying to gift her to P. Diddy. I'm gonna have four. I think she said it was 4 or 5 girls that came with them. I'm gonna bring some girls, and you pick and choose who you want. And they chose her. But
Yeah,
they don't respect you or anything like that. Even if you wasn't a hoe, they still don't respect you.
y'all,
That's their culture. They
I'm
think very little of Black women.
I'm gonna link this video in the description when we finish this live. Go and finish watching the rest of this. I'm gonna find the first video.
Yeah,
And we're
find the
gonna
first
circle
video so
back.
we could.
We're gonna circle back. But I said what I said, and I ain't backing down from what I said. She is
I said what I
regretfully
said.
okay. She's regretfully mad that all of the effort that she put in.
I don't think she put in no effort. She didn't put in no
She
effort.
definitely put in effort with the prince. I'm not gonna play with that. She definitely put in
I
effort with
still
the
can't
prince.
say effort with the prince either. She got paid for her services, and
We don't know that she got paid for her services.
I'm
That's
pretty sure
alleged.
another thing I know about Arab men, they're very generous, so they will pay you for your services. They're not just gonna. They're not gonna. If you got and you don't even have to have a contractual agreement with them. If they will pay you, and he's a prince, so they're gonna pay you for whatever. Oh, you came out this way. Let me pay for your plane ticket. Oh, you need some money to go shopping or whatever. That's what they will do. But
Well,
I
listen,
don't.
yeah, I don't. I don't know any princes.
I just
Okay,
know Arabic men, and
this
they're
is the
not
question right here.
cheap
Like
men.
I told y'all, our friendship is developing. I'm finding out things about Chawanne every day.
I just know Arabic men, and
Yeah,
they're
my
not
girl,
cheap.
no, don't get it twisted. We still friends, no matter what. But I cannot confirm, deny none of the stuff she's saying about these Arabic men. But like
I'm gonna find me an Arabic man so we can invite him on the show.
definitely,
So
please do. Please, absolutely, and let him know that he's speaking for the culture when he come on. Because I'm finna grill him like a beef brisket, because we finna find out some stuff.
and he's gonna give
Y'all
you the
go.
real.
Y'all go and watch the rest of the interview. I'm gonna find. If you don't go watch it, the rest of it, it's fine. But I'm gonna go find the first one.
Okay.
And we are gonna get to the bottom of this because, like I said, well, listen, that was no pun intended. We gonna get to the
We
bottom.
gonna get to the bottom of this.
But
Okay.
yeah, because
So-
Chawanne, it's something. We're gonna have to bring her back from the dark side because she a little too dark.
No,
and
but like I said, I'm not gonna judge her because I believe she is in that street life, and he played her. She's a hoe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
but I
judging
don't
her.
think she was mad about it. You know,
I'm not
she
judging her, but I
just
do think she was
giving
mad
her
about it
story.
because at some point, I mean, we watch P Valley. Those people don't want to be where they are. They are doing that to get to where they want to be.
Right.
You know, so
Mhm.
I don't feel like this is what she really wants to be doing. And she's already expressed that she wants to be a artist.
Artist, yeah.
So she's already expressed that. But y'all go watch that. Finish watching that because that young lady is intriguing to me. I ain't gonna say interesting. I'm gonna say intriguing. The
You
things
are
that I've heard today
you are
about booty
so
holes,
wrong.
I'm never gonna be the same. Do you understand me?
Oh,
Okay. I need me a whole 24-hour break after this. Just from
yeah.
social
From
media,
the booty
from
hole talk.
people. Okay, from boiled eggs. I ain't even having a boiled egg for the next. I can't even tell you. If somebody say boiled egg, I'm gonna punch them in the throat because we not doing it. Okay.
I think
On
she
to the
was
next topic.
just one thing. I think she was very insightful. Next time we talk about this, I'll pull up what's the young lady I was talking about earlier? The white girl,
Okay. What white
the
girl?
singer.
Oh, I don't even
And
know.
she's an actress
Lady
now,
Gaga. I don't even
Lady Gaga,
know. Yeah, Lady
and her story is heartbreaking.
Gaga. Is it now?
Very.
Mm.
Why are you saying it like that?
Girl, I would reserve my comments until I see this because
You
I
think it's a
said what I
lie?
said about the other girl. I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
for me, a lot
What
of
the other girl said is similar to what the other girl was saying. She had the foresight, oh, I could see this happening. But what Lady Gaga said, it actually happened to her, what the other girl was saying. So that's why. And she didn't, Lady Gaga never says P.
I'm gonna
Diddy's
reserve
name.
my judgment because Lady Gaga,
Hmm.
absolutely not. You should have been sounding the alarm so loud because you have a huge platform.
At the time, she didn't. At the time,
At
she
the
just
time,
started
she was
her. Yeah.
connected to Tamar Braxton and her husband because Tamar Braxton's husband produces Lady Gaga. So
He
it's not like
used to produce her or produces her now.
I believe he still represents her.
Okay, well,
So
okay.
yeah,
But
like I said,
she, you know,
I'm gonna
she got in the industry. She was a young kid too.
like I said, I'm gonna reserve my judgment because people make up sad stories sometimes.
Okay, all right,
I
okay.
said it. All right, on to the next topic so we can get these folk out of here. Barack Obama.
Barack
Y'all stay
Obama,
want
baby,
to throw dirt on my president's name. I
the
don't know how long I'm
president.
gonna let y'all, but
He was
anyway.
off one on this one. He was off one.
Yeah.
Just to cue up this video. Now, Barack Obama, he was campaigning for Kamala Harris. And I believe this was in Pennsylvania where he gave a talk in front of a group of people at the campaign office or whatever. And he wanted to have this candid conversation with the black men. And this is what he said.
Wait, by the way, I have not seen this video. So this is my first reaction to the video.
Okay.
Is that we have not yet seen energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. He said to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
Okay, that's part of the video. So, super producer, what was your thought just on what you heard from that?
Okay, so he's for me, he's speaking out of emotion because he's upset that Black men, in his opinion, have fed into the propaganda that's been put out about Kamala. And he's trying to do what he can with his platform, with his influence, to have the Black men not split the vote, or not vote for, at least not vote for Trump, in my opinion.
Okay. Does he have the right to tell Black men who to vote for, though?
I'm not saying, and I didn't feel like he was telling them who to vote for. I feel like he was explaining who she was to him,
Mm-hmm.
to create an affinity for them. So I don't feel like he was telling them who to vote for. I think he was having a conversation about why they should vote for her. That's his right to do. It's his right to support and speak up for the candidate that he's endorsing. And I feel like that's what he's doing.
Okay.
I feel like there are so many spins that are going to be done about what he's saying. But I feel like, in my opinion, that's a conversation that my dad would be having at the barbershop with men in the barbershop.
Okay.
It's something, that he's talking about. I feel like he's being heavily scrutinized because he's a former president. And they're trying to spin the narrative that he's telling Black men who to vote for. Like, that's wild to me. When he even asked, "Can I speak candidly? I'd like to have a conversation with you." That's what he said.
Okay, let's listen to this part.
He can do the job. And you found out was just making stuff up. You'd at least give him a talking to. And you sure wouldn't put him in charge of anything. So, I didn't mean to get so serious. But when I hear about this stuff, I start feeling like we don't have enough of a sense of what's at stake here. These aren't ordinary times, and these are not ordinary elections. You're lucky Michelle's not here. She really talking serious about this stuff. So, but here's the good news, right? The good news is that not only as Attorney General and as a senator and as a vice president and now as the nominee for the Democratic Party, Kamala has made us proud. She has been out there. If you doubt that, I hope y'all watched the debate, because that wasn't close. That was like Mike Tyson. It was like, oh man, stop that now. So we know she can do the job, and she's got an outstanding partner in Tim Walz. And so we can take pride and feel good about the nominee. This isn't just a matter of.
Okay, so That's basically what he said. Um, do you have any other thoughts that you want to contribute?
This man is simply talking like he's in a barbershop. He asked them, could he speak candidly? He'd like to just have a conversation with them, and that is what he is doing. All of these spins about what he's trying to tell uh, Black men to do are false. Y'all don't even want to look at what's happening on the screen. This man said, the comment that stuck out to me was, he said, you wouldn't let your friends say something that you disagree with without giving them a talking to. And I, just like you tried to talk to me about this young lady we were speaking about before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
but you had to give me your opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's what he's doing.
And see, I'm not a Black man, but I could only speculate why Black men are so angry about what he said. It's almost like, oh, you're going to you're supposed to be voting for Kamala because she, quote unquote, had the same experiences as you. You know, it's not like um he's basically saying, hey, vote for her because of identity politics. It's not because of policy. And I think that's why it's angering so many Black men. I just ran across the poll. I guess, you know, Kamala is only at 50% with Black men. They said 50% of Black men is choosing to vote with her, 70% of Black women. And these numbers are far below than Joe Biden and Obama and even Hillary. So I don't know. What do you think the disconnect is?
First of all, your upbringing plays a huge role in how you vote. I don't care what people say. And let's just be clear. I feel like we need to have an honest conversation about this. Most Black men in America are not ready for a woman president. Black males were typically, well, I'm from a Southern family. So in the Southern family, the Black male is seen as the provider and the leader of the family. And like I said, your upbringing plays a huge part in how you vote and how you see things. And so a large population of people who vote are in that age range of my mom, which we'll say is from 55 on up. And so, most of those males are not ready for a woman president because of that, because of how they were raised. And let's also tell another truth here.
Mm-hmm.
We mainly, and this is African Americans,
Mm-hmm.
Black Americans, we mainly are emotional voters. We are not educated voters. We are emotional voters. We go in and vote with our emotions
Well,
instead of
that's
that.
hence voting Democrat 95% of the time. You
Child.
vote emotionally.
Anywho, y'all have had some defectors from the Republican Party come over to the Democratic Party. There was a Republican that spoke at the DNC, so don't shake your head at me. There
There's a
were
lot of
several
Republicans,
Republicans that
but
spoke at
no,
the DNC.
I'm
Don't
just
shake at me.
speaking about Black community.
Uh,
Let's
Oh,
just
now you
focus
just want to
on the
speak
Black
about the Black
community.
community. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay then.
you're saying emotional.
So you want to have
That's
it your way.
hence
Okay.
why we vote Democrat 95% of the time. I mean, you can't deny that. That's statistically speaking, we vote Democrat. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying we vote with identity politics. We vote off of emotions. We never vote off of policy base. And
I,
now people are starting to vote off policy base, and I think other Democrats are getting mad for people just being a
First of all,
non-monolithic
let me just
solution.
let me preface this and say I didn't say that the emotional voters were Republican or Democrat. I think
95%
most of
of
us.
black folks vote Democrat, though. This is
What?
just statistics.
Okay, but like I said, that is 95% of how you were raised. Because most people were raised that you vote Democrat. They weren't even
Were
raised
you
to be
raised
like,
in a
okay,
were you raised in a church?
yes.
Okay, so then you should be voting for Republican. Republican parties align with church values,
No,
actually,
and they don't.
Christian values,
And they do not.
and they do. What are you
And
talking
they do
about?
not.
What are you talking about?
And
So
they do
you're saying no, they don't. They do not.
not.
They do not align with Republican values. Okay,
No.
okay.
And no,
I'm
they do not.
I'm
I don't know what type
next.
of Christian you talking about, but it ain't one that I was raised under. So no, they do not. My mother is 72 years old. She has voted Democrat from the day she was 18 until now, and I don't believe she's going to stop.
And she was raised when Martin Luther King was bamboozled by the Democratic Party.
Child, I already got a headache trying to talk to you today.
I mean,
What
these are
else you
just
looking for
facts.
here? What else you? Absolutely not.
So it's not facts.
Absolutely not. It's not fact.
See,
Most
a lot
Republicans
of
are
people don't.
Christians.
A lot of people don't realize Martin Luther King, his last speech, he was regretting leading his people to the Democratic Party because he said these are the people
How did
with the
Martin
most.
Luther King get in this? This man is not even alive. He can't even
No, we're talking
defend
about
himself.
this is why your mother votes Democrat, because of Martin Luther King. This is
My-
why most
my mother
black
vote-
folks vote Democrat, because Dr. Martin Luther King.
My mother votes Democrat because in the past, previously, she was not an educated voter.
And she was following her leader, Dr. Martin Luther King.
She was following her mama. She was following her mama.
And her mama was following Dr. Martin Luther King.
Child, and who was your mama following?
My mama followed Christ.
The lies, and the unmitigated gall. Because I know you grew up in a Christian home as well. The lies.
But my mom, my mom had to correct me, because when I was talking about politics and I said, oh yeah, we voted, my household was morally Democrat, and my mom had to actually call me. She said, no, we didn't vote Democrat all the time. So like I said, if you're like real stern heart Christians, you tend to vote Republicans because they have certain values that
That's
they believe
white
in.
Republicans, and it's not the same Christian. Don't play with me.
This is why we are emotional base voters, because you bringing up white Christians.
I said what I said.
But
They are mostly
if you're
white.
from the South,
They're mostly white
South,
Christians that are Republican, not black ones.
What if you're
You
from?
play all
Listen,
day.
if you are from the South, where do you think you get your Christianity from?
What?
Where did your Christian values come from? You're from the South.
I am well. My
your
my
family,
parents,
right?
My parents are from the South.
And where do you think they Christian values from?
I grew up in Virginia.
Are you a descendant of slaves? Are you ADOS?
You know what? I have no idea. I have not even looked up my ancestry to tell you that.
Okay.
But
or were you
not
one of those
everything.
original Black Americans or Black people that were already here?
Yeah, no. My dad's mother was Cherokee Indian.
Okay, so you have Indian in your family.
Yeah, so
So, but where did this? Because Indians, they're not Christian. Where did the Christian come from?
And when did I say my grandmother was? Although my grandmother was a Christian.
Okay.
And let's be clear. Mostly, the slaves were taught by their masters.
Yeah, white Christian
who were
values.
white.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was getting at.
they brought their own soul in African culture to that. So it then became Pentecostal,
Mm-hmm.
Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I I have yet to find well, there are some Methodists or, them Latter-day Saints. I don't know any African American that's a Latter-day Saint. See, that's the European culture.
Latter-day Saints. I'm
Yeah,
not for sure. African Methodist AME Church.
right. So
Yeah,
that's
that's where
that's
my
them.
family
Yeah,
grew
no,
up.
that's not
My
me.
mother, my
So
mother's side of the family.
Pentecostal is me, which would be a variation on what the slave masters taught them.
That's
So
what I was
it's
getting at.
not a typical, good old boy Christian. No, it's not.
Do you know where the KKK, who founded the KKK, what party they align with?
And what party? Please enlighten the people.
Dixie Democrats.
Mm, interesting.
Did
That
you know
first
that?
word, that first word, Dixie.
Yeah, because they didn't agree with
But
the civil rights movement.
that would suggest all white.
You know why the civil rights movement was actually passed?
Let us know.
Because Republicans actually passed it. The Republican vote.
Y'all,
See, y'all hate to get knowledge.
if
I'm
y'all was
dropping
sitting,
knowledge on you, and now
if
you
y'all was
mad
sitting
because
and listening
you
to
vote
this,
KKK.
if
You
y'all
vote for the KKK.
if y'all was
You've
sitting
been
and
supporting the KKK for the last 60
first of all,
years.
let me tell you a truth about me.
You've been supporting the KKK for the
I've
last 60
never,
years.
I've
You've been
never
supporting
voted,
the KKK for
I've
the
never
last
voted
60
Democrat.
years.
I've
You've
never
been
voted
supporting the
Democrat.
KKK for the last 60 years.
This child not even listen. I've never voted Democrat.
Thank you, Carrington. Carrington know about the
I've
history.
always voted in an
Non-emotional.
educated voter,
Okay.
not an emotional voter.
That's why you said you're independent. And I can
Right,
respect that.
right. And because I've never been an emotional voter, I vote for the person that I research that I feel like aligns best with my core values and what I want to see going forward in America. That's how I vote.
Okay.
So that's not gonna be
Okay, what policies
Democrat,
does
Republican,
Kamala
Green
align
Party.
with your core values?
In this
What
particular case,
policies? does-
in this particular case, and I'm going to tell you,
okay.
this particular case,
Mhm.
I don't see a strong enough independent
Okay.
candidate
So this is why
or
you
Green Party candidate that's going to win.
see,
If that
and
makes sense.
and I think it's sad. Number one, that Democrats and Republicans do not allow Green Party or Independent Party candidates to thrive, if that makes
Right,
sense.
right.
They kind of get. I think John F. Kennedy was a strong candidate, but he was getting blackmailed and backlash so much that his campaign couldn't even grow. So I can't agree with that. But yeah, I could agree with that, you know.
Okay, child, the troops is getting restless. They
Yeah,
coming in
they
they're
come like,
coming in
where
making
my
breakfast
food
orders.
at, woman?
Okay, they're coming in making breakfast orders. Somebody
I
just
seen
said,
you was burning it up on the ones and twos over the
"Okay, girl,
weekend.
I
Girl, that
always do."
barbecue chicken look
That's
good.
listen, that's why these people over here so spoiled knocking on the door
Right.
making breakfast orders talking about I want an
Yeah, that
omelet and
mac and
toast breakfast.
cheese, you was burning it up, girl.
Baby, I burns, okay?
Okay.
I
Okay.
burns. If you are my friend on Facebook, you'll see that I burn every day of the week.
Okay.
And it's from scratch because I don't trust none of y'all Republicans' food. Anyway,
What?
like I said,
Okay.
I don't see a Green Party candidate or an independent candidate that I feel like is going to be strong enough to beat either of those Republican or Democratic candidate. So, and I would prefer not to split my vote, and just waste my vote. So I'm gonna have to pick a
choose
bucket.
yeah,
Yeah.
choose a side.
And so that's what I'm doing. But
Mhm.
and I don't have no problem doing that in this case because I definitely don't want the 34-time felon to get in office. Because then that'll
Well,
mean that we
that
might as well
conviction might
go.
be overturned too. They was held
Like I said,
in
that'll
the
mean we
Supreme
might as
Court.
well go to these supermax prisons and just go ahead and tell them, listen, we're
Okay.
gonna back one of y'all, decide amongst yourselves, fight it out, duke it out, whatever you do. And Q,
Okay.
come on with the baked cake. I'm coming to the D. Okay, really soon. Okay. So yeah, that's what we on today. Let me tell you, I'm gonna show y'all one other thing that I want y'all to do. Just gonna show you and tell you. Okay, I want you all to go to this man's page. This is AC Green.
Oh yeah.
And I want you to go to his page and join this conversation about what Obama said. There's an interesting conversation going on in those comments. So we may talk about it the next time we're
Mhm.
on.
Mhm.
But go to those comments,
Mhm.
make a comment. Who knows? You might see your comment pop up on this screen because we're definitely going to talk about. For right now, I feel like we're doing good introducing this topic,
Mhm.
but we need to come back because
Yeah, and then we got to
I
revisit
want to
it.
see how much further this goes in the media. How far are they going to stretch this out and what these comments are looking like? There was a few comments there. See, it's like 145 comments. I want to come back and there's like 300 comments, to see a mixture. I don't think 145 comments is enough mixture, if you will,
Okay.
of good and bad hot comments. We're going to highlight them all.
Okay.
We're going to highlight different opinions because this is unpopular opinion and that's what we should do.
Yeah.
And so go to the AC Green on Facebook. He's AC Green, the AC Green Show,
The AC Green Show.
the
Okay.
AC Green Show on
Okay.
Facebook.
I need to follow him.
And
Okay.
so go there, go to that post,
Is
read
he
some
a
of the comments.
pastor? Is he a
No,
pastor?
he has a radio show.
Okay.
He has a radio show, and he talks about various topics and things in the media, and politics. I think is a heavy topic that he speaks on. But he's pretty fair, and he's not coming on here agreeing with Barack. He asked the people the question. Let me tell you the question he asked. He says, "Do you think Black and Hispanic men are truly against a woman becoming president? Or could there be other reasons behind their hesitance?" So this is what he does. He starts a thought-provoking conversation in an unbiased way. He has his opinion now, but you know what I'm saying? He just takes all the opinions and then they talk about it. So your
Okay.
Republican opinion will be welcome there. You just go over there and do whatever it is you do.
Okay.
But I love his show. Like you see Shanita, the AC Green Show is a great show. It definitely is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I had to check this out.
yeah, check it out. You might not be, too impressed. Our show is pretty good. So I can't yeah, that's what I said this morning.
You think it's more misogyny,
Yeah.
Shanita? I think that might be the reason, but I don't think Kamala is qualified though. I mean, when you have somebody that's not very competent, I think that's the problem. Now, if she was strong,
It's
I think
interesting.
people will more tend to vote for her, but she
Interesting.
hasn't been um consistent in her strongness, I guess you want to call it.
Okay. Well, y'all, that's our time. We got to get out of here. We was late.
Yeah,
with
we
y'all
was
today.
late and we leaving late.
Ain't it? child, I told y'all it was my fault we was late, so I apologize. Because I was up with my bestie. Okay, bestie. Hey, bestie. You don't need you better hype your bestie up. Hype your bestie up. Hype your bestie up. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. For all the replay viewers, thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for joining us for the conversation. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Chawanne Burns Show.
This
Chawanne
is
Burns
somebody's
2.0.
controlling my hand.
It definitely is. To all in the queue, please subscribe to that as well. And we about to wave it up out of her.
Press the subscribe button.
Okay, girl. In a second.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.